Welcome back to another episode of Penny Helpjes. Today is episode 421. And man, yesterday's video was a banger. I mean, if you did not watch episode 420, which is a no pun intended, it was terrific. And it was it was open on both ends. The weirdest thing, man. I never seen anybody fold the end like that. So today I saw an open one. The way they opened it in yesterday's video was they must have put it had to be less pennies in it, because it didn't have to have less pennies. I'm just assuming it had less pennies, because they took the end of the penny roll and they wrapped it inwards. It had to have less pennies, man, because it went inwards from like here to here. So that would have been under the penny line. All right, so we got a shield there and we have a copper there. But the copper is going to be first because you push it out from one end. Oh, come on. Seriously? It's not going to come. Let me take a stick and see if I could push it through. See if we can do it nice and clear. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. All right, how much copper do we got here? I'm like a little kid in Christmas every time I take the pennies out. Remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon with the little kid? I want my Easter egg. I want my Easter egg. I want Easter egg. I want my copper. I want my copper. I want my copper. Okay, so we do have copper here, obviously. Yeah, well, the first one is obviously copper. Maybe that one. Maybe, I don't think so. For maybe one of these, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if we're lucky, we have 10. I don't think so. I think it's more like 7 or 8. But if we have 10, it's lucky, which is 20%. That's great. Okay. So let's see what we got. Nice and thick. Look how thick this copper penny is, man. The copper is something else. A 63 Denver. 63 Denver. So one of the drawbacks about using a camera versus a microscope, obviously, is that you lose some of the definition. Not much, but just enough that it's. I mean, I have a little bit extra powerful reading glasses on. I do it. I use it just for, well, not just for reading, but for the videos, and it's like almost having an extra power, you know. And so that's a beauty. It really is. I'll put it there. And but if the error is kind of minute, then there's a chance I miss it. So on yesterday's video, we found three double dies and a possible early stage die cap, or it's another beauty. Look at that. I think I was counting this one, a 70. The S is the small and large date. And it was either a early stage die cap or an abnormally wide collar. Most likely, I'm saying, in my opinion. Weird. Man, is that U and R looks too far apart. (2006). Maybe it's not. Let me just find another. It's a model, right? Yeah, I guess they kind of line up. Not really. All right, let me go this way. Yeah, I guess they do. It could be the dark spot. They I'll just throw the image off. And then not one of the coins from yesterday was a. It looked like extra thickness, and then the two. The two double dies. Both had a separation of one had it of the date and the other one had it of the Liberty. And neither one of those double dies did I clearly see until I looked at it for like a third time under the loop. And that just tells me just how many. Look at this. It's the reverse, really. Something odd about the reverse. Let me pause this for a second. So the reverse just looks very strong. Like it's either a very early strike. I don't know if they, I don't know. I think there's a first strike means the early ones. I don't know if that means the first 1,000, the first 100,000, but like they have coins, like especially silver dollars, first strikes. I don't know what that means. So I just used it, really talking out my neck, because I really don't know what it means. But I'm assuming it's an early strike until I find. Anyway, so. Or if the details on the anvil were worked over. It's interesting looking, pretty cool looking. Okay, we have another zinc cent, 84. So it was very difficult for me to see No. It wasn't different. And believe it or not, the die clashes were I don't want not the die clash, excuse me, the double dice from yesterday's coins. I don't want to say they were super strong. 60. All right, nice one, man. Nice. Nice 1960. But they were, there was clear separation, and like on the first take, I think in the long video, I noticed I thought there was more extra thickness until I looked at it and I saw there was separation. Now, I have seen on copper coins, I've seen him call, I believe, extra thickness with, and to me it looked more like separation. And then I've seen other ones, no flare G, other ones that did not appear to have separation. They just looked either deformed or very wide, and it was called extra thickness. So I'm not exactly. Oh, is this copper? It doesn't really matter, but what a beauty! Find so few small dates, man. They're so, I don't want to say so rare. Like they're not. Oh my! All right, I gotta pause the video. I'll keep it here for a second. I gotta go. Anyway, I'm cooking something. I put the timer on. Don't do that at home, kids. I boil eggs every couple weeks, and me and my wife, we put them into our soup. We'll make egg salad or have sandwiches with them, or so. I'll do it in the morning, and I also do my penny roll hunting in the morning. So I put them on a timer, and then I'll just keep going, putting them to the next step, because then I put them in the freezer with ice so that the shell doesn't stick to the egg. Anyway, so 82, man, small date, nice condition. Nice condition. I'm pretty sure it's copper. Let's weigh it. What the heck? No. Yeah, copper. 304. What a nice find. These are about $1 a piece. Yeah, I would say in this condition. Nice, man. Warmed up my coffee too while I was down there. So we found 4 nice rim dent. 4 nice coins yesterday. Each one of them has value. The double dies under the, I could see, if you watch the vid, what I'll do is I'll link the, so you don't have to watch the whole video. You could look it up. If you don't see it, it's 420, episode 420. You could just put 420 into the search bar for my my videos, and they'll come up. But I'll connect. I did a special deep dive just for those 4 coins. I did a video just for those 4 coins. So I'll put that at the end. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll put, all right. I can also put it in the comment section. I'm starting to do that more often, especially on the long videos, because you can see them very easily in the comment section. So check the comment section also. 98 Denver. I wonder if the Denvers come with look how nice that one is. If the 98, 99, 2000s Denvers come with the white AM variety also. I think I ask that question every single time that I see one without looking it up, which is what I should be doing. 89. Yeah, that 82 small date. Those are great. I keep them in a special tube. Especially the small dates, they could be in a little bit worse condition. I'll still put them in a tube. 2017 P. I'm gonna start collecting these, but not in this condition. They got to be really, really clean, and I'm not cleaning them and all that. So when I get my first one, another 98. When I get my first clean 2017, I'll start the tube up. You see that on the bottom of the L, right? That little, whatever that is, little line. You can see it. It looks like. I mean, I'm not going to look it up right now, unless I see. Okay, I'll look in a second. I want to see if there's white AM here first. There is not. Yeah, I would have looked up the L if I would have saw some doubling someplace else, which I do not. So the little, for some reason, it seems to be like an indicator of on copper pennies anyway. I gotta look for the extra V. Found an extra V once too. Be right back. No extra V. Otherwise, I'm not going to hold on to dirty ones. 88. Yeah, right. Good luck with seeing the flare G in this thing. Huh. You can see the G a little bit. Another 98. Weak strike on the L. Very weak. And the I, which is typical when the L is weak, the I is weak, or the IN. Found quite a few 98s. Yeah, so some, excuse me, some coins I will, like the 82 small date, actually all the 82s, if it doesn't really matter what condition they're in. That's a nice one. Unless it's unless they're really like in bad shape, then I will not keep them. But the small date I probably will. The large date, Philadelphia, Denver, I probably will. If it's copper, I'll probably just put them in with the copper roll if they're really in bad condition. All right, that's copper number. What do we got? What are we up to? 4, 5, 6. Copper 6, copper 7, nope, 93. Copper? I think so. Yep, another 1970. Nice one, man. Wow. Different kind of conditions. Front is almost like a yellow gold, and reverse is very red and not shiny. Not as reflective, that's for sure. Almost like it has two different preparations. Not necessarily stripe, but like maybe one side of the sheet metal that they made the blank of with might have had like some sort of lamination error. Pretty cool. Nice condition too. Yeah, the yellow, when you find a coin that's too yellow or gold, it just means that there's a lamination error there. So that in itself doesn't really have any value. It's more of the condition of the coin, number one, right? Like, is it in really bad condition? That would change that would reduce the value dramatically. And how yellow is it? You know what I mean? Is it a little yellow? So, and then how much does it weigh, right? Because if there's a lot of zinc in it, especially if it's a copper penny, the weight should be kind of, you should see it in the weight a little bit, maybe a half of a gram or something, maybe 3.04, 3.05 grams. And obviously anything below that would be a little bit more significant. So those are the things, and they're called brassy. Well, brassy plating is if it's a zinc. I think it's called brassy plating. And that's the one they really talk about in the Arrow websites. They really don't talk too much about the copper ones, but for whatever reason. So it's really not brassy plating because it's not it's not plating like a zinc cent is. So I just call it a brassy finish because it's kind of yellow, I think that's 7 or 8 there. Let's make it 9. I think that's 9. And I was hoping for 10%. I mean, I was hoping for some errors, which I do not see here. Yeah, right. A 1992 large date. See, I'm not. Oh man, I wish I could see. I don't care. Actually, I'm gonna throw that out. It's really too dirty. See how I got my fingers? Like for the little particles. It gets them on your desk. It's kind of gross, really. Another copper? No, 88. No flared G. Okay. I think we're going to be finishing this off right about my eggs are going to be done boiling. Oh, I think this is copper. Looks like copper. If it's not, it's probably an 83 and 84. 81. Nice. Let me look at the edges there. Be right back. Okay, so very quickly before I go downstairs. Yep, it's starting to beep. Just started to beep. All right, let me pause it and I'll finish these the right way. So, oh yeah, so I put the eggs back. I put them. I take them out of when from boiling. I put them into cold water with ice. Then you put them in the freezer for 45 minutes. So I set the timer again. It's the third time I set the timer. And then you set the timer again. And then the shells do not stick to the egg. Two of them broke. I left those out, so I'll have boiled eggs for breakfast. Okay. So on this one, first of all, it's a nice looking 81. That's number one, outside of those couple dark spots. But there were a couple things that I noticed under the loop. One of them is this. See the line going in? So that's something to do with the dye. You can tell it's just part of that. Is it deteriorated dye? Is it a double dye? I'm not sure. It's pretty cool though. It gives it like a whale tail. That's I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they called it. I'm gonna look it up online. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I didn't find any whale tail. No pun intended. Insert joke here. That's kind of what it looks like. So is that from a double dye? I mean, did the dye restrike something during the process? I mean, it even looks like on the top of the T, looks kind of odd. You right there. It looks kind of odd. So there's that, and then on the side of the Lincoln are little marks that go. I don't know if you can see it right there. That go. They angle away from them. Now, also, is that a double dye? Is that from a restrike again, where it created a little bit of a line, or is it? Oh, it looks to me more like I forgot if they call it dye markers or maker marks. Otis, if you're still listening, I looked up maker marks. I didn't see anything. I did not check. I forgot what they called. I could just click on. You know what? I think it says MM. I'm gonna go to Copper Coins real quick and see what he calls those marks. So you click on like 1DO. You gotta find one with an error first. All right, let me check. 67 should have errors. Okay. MDS. It's called maker marks. I'll show you. So on Google, it does not. I couldn't Google it. Maker photos, and so maker the MDS maker dye. I don't know what the S stands for. Does it say it here? A small bar. See, remember I told you about this the small bar under the L? Small bar. That's one. I told you that's one of those typical things, but it's pretty significant. It's not like a little clear spot. It's like a real bar. But the maker, so they're calling this the maker mark, the dye marker. I'm not sure exactly what the S is for. Let me know in the comments, Otis. MDS maker dye something. And then here you see those little lines, and that's what I'm seeing here on the 81. Little line, there it goes. Little lines coming off of the edge, and to me, those would be like maker marks or die markers. I forgot exactly what they're called. Maker, die marker. I don't know what the S is for either. Those are the scratches. So the cool thing really is that T, that whale tail T. Maybe I'll do a video on it. It has a pretty funny, even the bottom of the T. I just noticed that. Has a little notch. Whale tail T. It's pretty funny. All right, last but not least, I got 45 minutes now for, probably at this point it's 40 minutes for the eggs to get cold. And then I mark the egg carton that they came out of. I mark it as boiled eggs, because you know what happens, right? If you keep them next to the unboiled eggs, you end up grabbing a boiled egg and trying to break it to make scrambled eggs. And then so I put little X's on the carton, the cardboard carton, and it lets me and my wife know that they're cardboard eggs. That they're hard-boiled eggs. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. God bless. We got how much copper do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 off camera, plus 6, 10 on the nose. 20% copper. Perfecto. Thank you. God bless. And I'll see you in episode, I think this is 421. I'll see you in episode 422.